Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, Ethan, the Alien Podcast. Uh, we are back on the planet Terra, here with another episode. Sorry, excuse me, I have to get some of my H2O, as but you humans call it water.
All right. So we have a uh no sleep story Reddit r/ no sleep story um by user Twitch Trentham. Uh and I do have to say, sorry for the long pause. I do have to say that this story does include self harm. Um and also, before I forget, make sure you guys rate the podcast, follow the Instagram Ethan the Alien Podcast. uh I don't have any posts yet. I will definitely post when this episode comes out. um but yeah, we have this decently good story here, lengthwise, and I'm looking very forward to it. um By the looks of it, there's not too much dialogue, which is okay because I'm in the dark. I'm looking forward to a little bit of creep, and if we have time, maybe we can get a second story in. So we'll see. All right, let's get to it. So this story is called "Just Ignore It, Please." Uh, all right, and again, for the listeners out there, for any warnings, this is the warning right now. This story does include self harm. It does say it at the top. And thank you, Twitch Trentham, for all the love. I very much appreciate you. Thank you for being so patient with just the episode coming out. Um, I appreciate you a lot. Thank you. All right, here we go. I live in complete isolation. Everyone who once knew me ignores me. They act like I don't exist anymore. It started a few years ago, back when I was in college. At first, it was subtle. No matter where I went, I felt something was watching me. I felt something watching me. Sorry. Occasionally, I'd catch someone staring at me, never blinking, never looking away. But every time I noticed them, my day would spiral into a disaster. One morning, I woke early and glanced out my window. A fox stood in the field in front of my house, staring directly at my front door, completely still, as if it were waiting. At this at the time, I thought I had witnessed some rare magical moment, but that day became one of the worst of my life. That's tragic. Bro was like, look at that magical fox out in the field. And then next thing you know, it's crazy disaster. On my way to work, I crashed my truck into a ditch. Alright, that's crazy. It wasn't totaled, just cosmetic damage. So I had it pulled out and continued to work. When I arrived, three of my customers had canceled their orders. Three might not sound like much, but in the airplane industry, when you work on commission, that's an entire month paycheck gone. When I left work, I slip fractured my arm, and by the time I got home, my house had nearly caught fire. Bro, how does your house catch fire, bro? I had brushed it off as a streak of bad luck. We all have them, right? No, no, we don't have the days where you crash your truck into a ditch where it's just cosmetic damage. Then you have a whole month's pay gone, and then you slipped, fractured your arm, So I read that too fast. So you slit, fractured your arm, and then your house caught on fire somehow, and then you're gonna brush it off as like a bad luck. That's crazy. I don't know what kind of world you must have the craziest days. And a few weeks later, my brother called me out of the blue. He told me his best friend had just been diagnosed with terminal autoimmune disease. He didn't have much time left. That's when I realized something. The day before, the day before, we had been out in town, and my brother had pointed out a strange man following us through the mall. When he tried to confront the man, simply, when he tried to confront him, the man simply disappeared into the crowd, as if he had never been there at all. I told my brother just to ignore it. A few nights later, during my family cookout, my father mentioned seeing something standing in the woods, a black figure, unmoving, watching us from about 70 feet away. I told him, Dad, please, just ignore it. The next morning, I tried calling him, but his phone had been disconnected. That evening, I got a call. While working on his breaker panel, he suffered a massive heart attack. The 240-volt shock killed him instantly. Dang! R.I.P., brother. Dang. Then my best friend took his own life. Bro, back to back. I don't know what I do, bro. Back to back is crazy. Man, that's crazy because I was just literally on the phone with my dad, bro, talking about a trip that I'm gonna go on with my girl and with my me and my girl are gonna go on a trip soon in a couple of months. And it's like bro, like I don't know, bro. That's just crazy. You know, you think about it. It's just bro, just saw him too. The next morning, he tried to call him, and later that evening, it's crazy. Then his best friend took his own life. That's dang, dang. We had we had been working on my garage together when he saw it. A figure walking back and forth in front of the door. He stepped outside. Hold on, I feel like I read that weird. We had been working. Oh, when his oh, gotcha. Okay, when he saw my dad. We had been working on my garage together when he saw it, a figure walking back and forth in front of the door. He stepped outside to confront it. Oh, okay. He's talking about his best friend, never mind. And for the first time, someone else saw what I had been living with. He described it in a shaken voice. Its face was human, but wrong, bloated, burned. Its skin looked as if it had melted, then hardened again. It didn't walk normally. Its limbs moved stiffly, yet with an unnatural fluid quality at the same time. It made no sound. When their eyes met, the thing simply turned the corner of the building and vanished. He hung himself the following week with the words, "It's watching," carved into his chest. Word spread fast. Small towns don't keep secrets. With a population of 1,500, it wasn't long before everyone knew. And after that, everyone avoided me. I stopped going into work. Now I work remotely, locked inside my home. Delivery drivers refuse to knock on my door. They don't even look up when they drop off my groceries. I haven't spoken to another person in months, maybe years. And the worst part, the feeling never goes away. That feeling, the one where, you know, someone was watching you from the window. I feel it all the time, every second of every day. And then there's the smell. Sometimes it's faint, almost unnoticeable. Other times it's overwhelming, a mix of burnt hair and rotting meat seeping into the walls. But I can't acknowledge it, can't look, because if I do, someone else will die. I'm doomed to live like this forever. No friends, no family, no wife, no children. The ones who haven't died want nothing to do with me. They don't they won't speak to me. Does anyone know how to stop this thing? Am I cursed? Is this my punishment? Or am I already dead and I just haven't realized it yet? I'm so tired of being alone. Someone please talk to me. And then, to be honest, I really like it. I hope there's a second part. I uh I don't know if you can turn it into a series, but that would be dope. I would love to Loki. I'd love to see this in the series, to be honest. I'd love to see where this goes, to go more in depth behind everything, to see where he takes it, to see if he can solve it. There are some comments, just a couple. The first one, I think this isn't just about you, dude. Your brother and dad pointed out and interacted with the thing. Your friend confronted it. Rather than being angry, the town should be grateful that your experiences has left them know to ignore it. I think you should try to fight it with your eyes closed. Like Daredevil? So bro just needs to like throw some oil in his eyes. And then I'm pretty sure that's how Daredevil got his abilities was like when he was a kid. Like he fell into some oil or something like that. That's what I saw on the show. I don't know. I don't know anything about the comics. I have comics, but I'm not a big comic. I want to be a big comic reader. I just got to do it. It's just all about just doing it. To be honest, it's just reading it. But I also want them to stay nice. That's the thing. I don't know. Uh, the next one.
I need some H2O again. Oh, jeez.
Oh jeez, man. Need the H2O. All right. This sounds like a good movie. Reminds me of a bit of Smile, and it follows by that description. Someone else just said good, and then someone else just said okay.
Okay, I would downvote it, not read it, and move on, just as OP Juan. But I liked it. I really like it. I really want to see this as a series. To be honest, I've also never seen Smile. I've heard a lot about it. Never seen it. I should, but I do want to shout out Twitch Traham again. Thank you so much for letting me read your work. I truly did enjoy it. He in his bio says I enjoy writing short horror stories and am a full time parent and husband. Parent and husband. As a veteran, I have a deep appreciation for gaming and small things in life. My child, mushrooms, plants, fish, and bugs. Hell yeah, dude. Well, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the love, support. Just scrolling through his wall right now in his post. He has quite a little cute fish. Ooh, that black and white one's pretty. Ooh, beautiful fish, beautiful cat. Ooh, that cat looks fire, cut. Dang, cut. That shit fire. That's fire. All right. Well, I thank you for your service.
I enjoy reading your work, man. And just thank you for the opportunity. And guys, he also does have a YouTube. His YouTube and all of his socials, I think he said, were the same. Yep. Uh, his YouTube is, he said, is his Reddit account. So Twitch Traham. Yep. Just go follow his YouTube. Go go love his stuff, man. Go love that work. Go show him some love. He deserves it. He works hard. He out here hustling. So much love, Twitch Traham. Thank you again for all love and support. Make sure you go follow that YouTube, guys. Go show them some love. Go show them all that love. Don't show them some love. Go show them all that love. All right, we show love to everybody. We love, like that's what we do. All right, that's my alien species. All right, my alien species built different. But yeah. Um, Also, I know this is a little crazy, but you should definitely go follow that Instagram. It's not that crazy. You should definitely go follow that Instagram. And here is the next story we have tonight, folks. This story is called There is a Weird Guest in My Hotel, and I Need to Talk About It. And this one does have dialogue, so bear with me, folks. And also, a plus about this one is that it is a series. So I'm very much excited about this. And I am going to do part one today, this week, and then part one, or part two, sorry, part one, part two, probably next week then. Yeah, because I'm sure it'll probably be updated even more. And yeah, so sweet. All right, let's get into it. There's a weird guest in my hotel, and I need to talk about it. Hi, guys. This is my first post on this subreddit. I've been a long time lurker reading everyone's stories, but never thinking I would post one of my own. Well, is the day. Today is the day. First time for everything, I suppose. So, a bit of background, I've worked in hotels for a little over 4 years, and I have met a lot of people. I work at the front desk, and my hotel is right next to a mall. I think if you've ever worked hotels, you know the types of weirdos we can get: tweakers, Karens, and people who talk to the air. You know what I mean. I've worked at this hotel for just about a year and seen all types of people in spades. I've had to call the cops more times than I'd like on people who decide it's okay to just sit in the lobby screaming at me that they don't have anywhere else to go. It sucks, but to the point. Today, I was working my typical morning shift. I'm a college student, so I was pretty much just on my personal laptop all day, clicking around Blackboard for whatever assignment seemed the least hellish to work on. I like to think that I'm pretty good at hearing people coming. I mean, most people aren't exactly quiet about walking up to me. Sometimes, though, someone sneaks up and I don't notice until an awkward amount of time has passed. This time, a man was standing in front of me. I mean, usually it's women who sneak up or kids, but this was a man. Whatever. I apologize for not seeing him and ask how I can help. A typical, "Hi, sir, I'm so sorry I didn't see you. How can I help you?" His voice was weird. It's hard to pin down what I mean by that. You might have to honestly just had to be there. You might have honestly just had to be there, but I'll try. It wasn't coming from his throat, like voices coming up through the throat and then out through the mouth in whatever direction they are facing. You know, when someone is talking in a different direction than you are, the voice goes in that direction, and you sort of have to catch the tail end of it. This guy didn't sound like that. I mean, he was facing me, but his voice wasn't coming in like a stream of sound at me. It came sort of all around him, like a 3D speaker, I think. If the boomy bits went all around and still worked at the same time. I hope you understand what I mean. He asked for a room. No big deal. That's literally my job. I'm getting paid to make reservations for people. The voice thing continued throughout the entire interaction. How many nights? Two. How many adults? One. Any children? No. Do you have AAA or are you part of the military? N- No. He sort of hesitated here, which wasn't a big deal in the moment, but like looking back at it after this whole interaction, it kind of adds to the whole thing. I tell him the nightly breakdown and the total, and then how much we hold, including a security deposit. Okay. So I ask him for his ID and credit card. Then the sort, then the sort of next weird thing happens. His wallet is just on the desk, like it wasn't there, and then it was, and then the desk is not very big, and I was looking directly at him. He didn't like move to take his wallet out of his pocket or anything. He was sort of eerily still. Not a statue or anything, just very, very still. I don't know, maybe I blinked too long or something. I'm running off like 3 hours of sleep here, guys, so I'm normally at a beautiful 9.5. And then he sort of stared at me for a bit. Not too long to where I had to say anything, but just long enough that I started to feel uncomfortable. Then he blinked, like he realized something, and then went to his wallet and grabbed his ID and credit card. It took him a while to do that too. So he handed me his credit card or his cards. It took him way too long to find either of them, but like his wallet looked pretty empty from what I could see, and I made him the reservation. It was pretty early in the day for check-ins. I want to say it was like 10:30 ish. Normal check-in time at most places is like 3 p.m. So I had to let him know that there would be an early check-in fee if he wanted to check in now. Again, this dude was so quiet and still, it was really unnerving. Finally, he just sort of nods and I ask him, "You want to check in now?" Yes. So I get started in checking him in and I get it. Oh my goodness. I get it done in the computer. His card runs fine. With weird guess, I'm always concerned that the card will not. In fact, run fine. And I print out the paperwork for him to sign. I highlight the lines I need filled out, and as I'm doing it, I can feel his eyes on me. More than how that phrase normally means, it felt like someone was pushing their eyes through my skin or something. So weird. Anyways, I let him know to fill out the highlighted lines, and he again stares at the paper for a really long time. Then he looks back up to me. Okay, weird. Like the whole interaction is weird. And it's giving me the heebie jeebies. I just say something like, "How make your room keys while you fill that out?" A miniature rant interlude here. No guests are ever able to see the pens we display for them to use. We have this little jar with beads in it, and the pens kind of stick out on top. They're on top of the desk, more to the corner. I think they look nicer in the corner, but they aren't hidden. They aren't being blocked by anything. They are there for the world to see, but no one ever sees them. It's so annoying. Sometimes I just grab a pen for them and place it on the paper because they will sit looking everywhere but where the pens are. I know it's a small thing, but God, it's annoying. Anyways, all that to say, I thought this guy couldn't see the pens, so I grab a pen for him, place it on top of the paper, and go about my business making his keys. Note for you guys, if you are ever traveling alone and you know it says so on, and you know it says so on the reservation, but the hotel employee gives you two keys, it's just hardwired into our brains that way. The average amount of travelers in a room is two, even if it's not listed that way on the reservation. So we make two just in case. Plus, sometimes one of the keys is busted. So I finished making keys. I could I could swear I never saw him move during the time I was doing this. I don't think I heard any clothes rustling either. And then give him the basic breakdown of the hotel. Your room is on this floor. Elevators are that way past breakfast. These are the breakfast times, and this is the pool hours. The checkout and checkout is 12. You know, basic stuff. The details don't vary that much between hotels. Then he says, I know. Which, okay, is not that weird if you've stayed at this hotel before. It's annoying, but not weird. But I looked up his name in our system. If he's stayed here before and his name would have popped up, it didn't. Also, on the topic of his name, it was super weird. Not like foreign or anything, or at least I don't think. If it wasn't from any country I have ever seen. I don't know, maybe I just don't recognize the language. So I go hand him the keys, and again, he's super weird about it. Just slow, lots of staring at me or the keys, and then the keys are gone. Not like in my hands, but I don't see them in his. Like the wallet a little bit. Oh, and the wallet is gone by this point too. Never saw him. Never saw him put the wallet in his pocket. Just gone. And the pen in the and the pen is in the same place I put it when I set it on his paperwork. I know that he could have placed it back relatively the same place when he was done, but I don't know. It looked like the exact same spot. Finally, I grabbed his papers and down, I look like down. I grab his papers and like look down. Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Finally, I grab his papers and like look down to make sure it's all filled out. And when I look back up, he's gone. I don't want to harp on this too much because I feel like I've already mentioned it a few times. But I didn't hear him move. He was there and then he wasn't. I would have seen if he went to go grab his bags. He didn't have any with him. And I would have heard if he walked out to go to the elevator. It's just a sensory input thing that becomes second nature when you've become somewhere so long enough. But he was just gone. Then the absolute weirdest part. It felt like maybe 30 seconds later. I looked up and he was gone. And the phone rang. His room number was calling the front desk. At first, oh wait, hold on, what? Then the absolute weirdest part, it felt like maybe 30 seconds after I looked up and he was gone. Okay. I just read that. I understood it differently. I understood it weird. I understood it as like, it felt like 30 seconds later. I looked up and he was gone. But I was like, wasn't he just gone a second ago? I'm just rocking with that tism. Just got it. Just got it in me. Then the absolute weirdest part, it felt like maybe 30 seconds after I looked up, he was gone. And the phone rang. His room number was calling the front desk. At first, I was a bit panicked because I thought housekeeping wasn't actually done with the room and I sent him to a dirty one. I had literal nightmares of this happening. It's a nightmare when it happens in real life, too. But still, I answer the phone the same way I always do. It's a whole two card scenario from earlier, just hardwired into us hotel folk. Thank you for calling the front desk. How can I help you? I'm expecting a housekeeper on the other end. It's silent. Hello? Silence. Hello? I always drag out that last hello. I don't know why. Then I heard something that almost made me jump out of my skin. Just breathing. He's just on that bitch like, The sound of breathing, but not from the phone. Oh, like someone is standing right behind me, breathing down my neck. Oh, snap. For the lack of better words, I whipped around. I don't know what I was expecting to see. I'm all alone at the desk, guys. But whatever I expected to see just wasn't there. An empty desk, just like always. But the breathing, it was still there. I kept turning around because the breathing is right on my neck. Then I hear the dial tone. Whoever or whatever called the desk hung up. I haven't seen him again today. I've already clocked out and raced home to type up this in the comfort of my bed. Twins, both in the comfort. It's in our beds. I had housekeeping go check out the room to see if he was in there. Apparently he was. I also checked the camera before I left. It's sort of janky, like needs to be updated because the quality sucks and the UI is horrible, kind of janky. The whole situation, which was maybe 10 minutes tops. Sorry, another water sip break. I hope you guys are enjoying the story. I am. I'm gonna die. My bad, I didn't mean to hit the mic there. My dog freaked me out for a second. Um, the whole situation, which was maybe 10 minutes tops, is there on camera. A couple of moments of camera fuzz where it's hard to see anything, so I didn't get any clarity on the wallet, pen, or the spring egg thing. But there's even moments of me turning in circles like an idiot with the phone cord pulling the phone on the phone box around or pulling the phone box around. I didn't hear anything else weird from housekeeping when they checked on the room, and there isn't really anything else for me to try, and I don't know, investigate. Just a really weird interaction with a really weird man. Sorry if it's a bit boring. It was a lot more intense in the moment. Just felt like I needed to share it with some people who might understand more of what was going on. Share your thoughts if you have any, or if any other front desk agents might have been through something similar. I would love to know. I'll update if anything weird happens tomorrow. And then there is an update. I'm so excited. But we're gonna leave that for part two, brother. Discord. Yeah, part one. Oh dang, hold on. This is the update. Gotcha. Okay. Beds. Beds. Okay, sweet. I'm so excited. So first of all, I am so sorry. Uh I do want to make sure I do this correctly. The person who wrote this amazing story is appropriate listen 3. So it's appropriate dash listen dash 3. They or they're also called drink underscore milk. They are a canyon enthusiast. They wrote this amazing story, and I'm looking so forward to the next one on next week. Next Sunday or Monday is gonna be the next episode. I'm gonna try to make that my usual days. It's gonna be one of the days. It's Sunday, Monday. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those 2 days. So I was gonna say it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but I have Tuesdays for a different day. But yeah, so I'm very happy about this story. Very happy I got to do this. I know this is just in like an hour one. It's just another 30-minute story, a little two short stories. But hell yeah, dude! Thank you, Twitch Traham and Appropriate Listen 3 for the amazing work. Thank you for the opportunity to read your work. I am looking so forward to the update, looking so forward to getting better at the voice acting, looking so forward to the podcast growing to everything. Thank you guys so much for the amazing love and support on the streams, the the follows, just everything. Make sure you guys share the Instagram, share the podcast, rate the podcast, comment the podcast. Comment you guys any critiques, any criticism. I will take it. I want to get better at voice acting. I want to make this like a career. Like I want to live off this. So guys, let me know what I can do to be better. Also, I was thinking about having some episodes like once a month or twice a month, something like that about just me ranting, just me yapping, random thoughts. I'm a weird guy. I uh I also was in the service. I was in the army for 2 years, about 2 years. I was contracted for three, but then I had some personal issues happen, and then I got honorably discharged, honorably discharged from the army on December 7th of 2020, I believe. But yeah, so it's been a couple of years. It's been a minute. I went in right after high school. Um, I guess I was in for like a little under 2 years. Uh, because I went in, graduated in 19, went in, and then left. Yeah, I guess I can use some change later. Has some things happen, but we up now. You know what I'm saying? But let's get it, baby. Ya tu sabes. That's what my dad my dad says. Ya tu sabes. He be yelling that shit all the time. So you already know, baby. That's what that means in Spanish. That's what that means. I'm Puerto Rican. That's what it means. Ya tu sabes, baby. But yeah, let's get it, baby. We're gonna grow. We're just gonna keep going to the top, baby. Remember, show Twitch, Twitch Trent Ham some love. Thank you for your service. And thank you, Appropriate Listen 3, for your work, for the opportunity. Thank you both for the opportunity to read your work. I'm very excited for the next series. And Twitch Ham, that first story, just ignore it, please. I would love to see that as a series. If you don't make it a series, that's fine. But if you do, I would love to have the opportunity to read that work, bro. Thank you so much again. Have a great time. Peace. Hold on. Make sure you guys again. I'm gonna go ham on this. Follow the Instagram. Share the podcast. Share the love. You know, and just thank you guys, everybody. The Instagram again is Ethan the Alien Podcast. It's all lowercase, all put together, no spaces, nothing. And you already know, share that love. I'm gonna make other uh socials probably. Right now I just got Instagram. Just gonna slowly start it up. Um, Probably hop on to Twitter too, or not Twitter, X. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Love y'all. Thank you for all the love. And we're gonna climb to the top. Let's beat everybody. Everybody is gonna be under us. Watch, we're gonna take over the planet Terra. It's gonna be ours. We got this. Let's go.